Hey Aries, I'm here with your bonus reading. I did decide to do all 12 signs, so it has taken me a while to get back around to you. And I do apologize, but I decided to go with a full moon in Scorpio spread, and I felt like all of the signs needed to have one. This full moon in Scorpio, even though tonight is the last night of the actual full moon, this reading is good from whenever you watch it till the new moon, because from the full moon to the new moon is all about releasing something, releasing negativity, releasing things that no longer serves you, and that's what this reading is all about. Okay, I pulled 3 cards. First is what can no longer be hidden. The second is what you can let go of, and the third is what is getting ready to emerge. And then I pull a clarifier for each card. So it's pretty quick and simple, but I feel like the message can really help you through this, like I said, until the new moon, letting go of the negativity. The full moon in Scorpio is a fantastic full moon phase to be working with, because it's all about releasing negativity, releasing the things that are a bit harder for you to release, okay? That are, blocks or whatever that's keeping you from really moving forward and growing the way you want. So this is a great time to really kind of like go through and decide what it is you need to get rid of. All right, Aries, let's get into it. Oh, also this is general, so take what resonates, leave the rest. Again, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, so go check out the other full moon readings and see if there's anything in those for you as well. Also, if you'd like to be notified of future bonuses and your weeklies, just like and subscribe to the channel and you should get notified that way. Overall though, there's some kind of decision that you're having to make. Not all of the signs have gotten one that came out while I was shuffling. So, what can no longer be hidden for Aries? What can Aries let go of, and what is getting ready to emerge for Aries through the full moon in Scorpio to the new moon? Please and thank you. All right, so like I said, the two of Swords, came out while I was shuffling. There's some kind of decision that needs to be made. I'm not sure if it really has to do with the stuff that you're releasing, or maybe you need to make the decision to release something. We do have the 8 of Pentacles here as what can no longer be hidden. So with this side of the 8 of Pentacles, though, I do see it as the working hard, okay? You have been working hard. And if you feel like you really haven't been working hard, it's time to get to work, okay? It's time to really start working on your dreams and stuff. But let's pull a clarifier to see what this is talking about. All right, why is the 8 of Pentacles here for what no longer could... Whoa. All right, that was too many. Although that was the Hierophant in reverse, so we'll see if it comes out. There was just too many to actually pick up. So, which is funny because I feel like the Hierophant's come out for the past 2 signs I've done. So definitely a time for learning for some people. All right, I feel like this is it. 10 of Cups. In the reverse, though. So really what... This is some really weird advice that I feel like I'm about to give, but I feel like for the people that need to hear this message, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? So what can no longer be hidden is I'm feeling like working your ass off, okay? Just kind of like working your fingers to the bone is what I'm hearing. Isn't necessarily going to give you the happily ever after you want, or the happy family you want, or happy home life, or, you know, just your, whatever your happily ever after is or looks like to you. For some of you, I'm feeling it's this job, this particular job, okay? For some of you, I feel like this is definitely talking about a job, and maybe working really hard, really long hours, and still not really feeling like you're getting any closer to your happily ever after. Well, if that's how you're feeling, it's true. Okay, you might need to start looking at something else, a new job. Because in the long term, it's not really creating what you're hoping for. Definitely not going to fulfill you emotionally anyways. I feel like you're just going to be kind of tired and overworked. So for some of you, I feel like you kind of been like, well, I know I'm not really getting anywhere here, but at least I'm working, okay? But like, what do I do if I move forward? Because I do see a lot of anxiety here as what you can let go of. So you're kind of stuck in your head right now between making this decision. So for a lot of you, I feel this is job related, okay? You feel stuck in your job, that you're undervalued, underappreciated, underpaid, whatever it is. You feel like you're kind of stuck there. Maybe the pay is good, but it's like costing you your home life too. But you're kind of stuck in your head about it here with the Two of Swords. You need to take the blindfold off and make a decision on what you want to do moving forward, or at least take the blindfold off so you can see clearly to make a decision. All right, because right now you're in a really rough spot. Okay, this isn't a fun place to be. What you can let go of, though, is you have a lot of fears, okay? You have a lot of anxieties, okay? It happens, okay? I feel like you've been at this job for a while, okay? I'm not even sure that the pay is not that bad, okay? The pay might be pretty decent, okay? If it was this side, I'd be like, it might not be even that good of paying, but it might be taking all your time away from home, okay, from your family, and it's like, that's not a good work-life balance. But you have the Nine of Swords here, which anxieties, fears, they're all in your head though, okay? It's like you've trapped yourself in this tower. You've kind of made yourself stuck because you have all these fears and anxieties and blocks you sort of have to work through. These are ghost swords, okay? They're not really there, but someone else has put that in your head, or society's norms type of thing can put that in our head. What's the norm for our friends and type of thing. You know, all that type of stuff can create these doubts and fears in our heads. So it'll be like, well, that's not, that nobody does it that way. Or who in their right mind would leave a good paying job? Like, that doesn't make sense. And so you're stuck here, but you need to let go. Like I said, you need to take the blindfold off and really start working through these fears and anxieties, because they're just not true. Okay, they're just not true. And they're not true for you. All right? They're holding you back and keeping you prisoner, but they're not true. They're not true. All right? Why is the Nine of Swords here for Aries as what they can let go of? Why is the Nine of Swords here? Two of Cups. Kind of getting this two ways. I feel like you feel like, okay, I'm getting this for two different groups of you, I feel like. So take it however resonates. For some of you, I'm afraid that you're trapped in your head. You're dealing with all of this by yourself because you don't feel like you can, you don't feel like you have a partner or someone you can confide in about this, okay? And with this being in the what you can let go of, they might actually be more supportive than you think, okay? Another thing is that I feel like, you know, it's not that you don't feel like you would be supported by your other partner, or I do feel like this is a partner, a relationship type of thing. It could just be a friend or something like that, but I feel like you have these fears and anxieties about letting down your partner, okay? About letting down someone who's close to you. It's just, again, it's in your head. I feel like you should give them a chance, okay, to support you. And if it's not, for those of you that this is not really, there's not someone there that you're really afraid of letting down, or someone that you're not really worried about them helping you through it or being supportive through it anyways, it's that some of you are afraid that you can't do it alone, that you couldn't do it with someone kind of helping you, okay? Kind of having a support system type of thing. In any one of those situations, and however this is applying to your situation, it's just not true, okay? It's not true. Both of these cards, especially the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Swords too, but this is a prison you've kind of put yourself in, okay? Because once you make a decision and you take the blindfold off and you can see clearly, this is what happens, okay? So sometimes the hardest part is just making the decision, though. I get it. All right, so we have the Hanged Man and the Judgment coming as what is getting ready to emerge. I feel like you take a time out. You just take a time out to kind of deal with this, okay? You're just really tired of being trapped. You're really tired of being stuck in your own head. You're tired of not being fulfilled emotionally. Look, both of your emotion cards, you know, in a relationship, you know, soulmate type of thing, and even your family life, it's not fulfilling. You're not fulfilled, okay? So you go take a time out. That's really what I see with the Hanged Man. It's a time out. It's like, I'm gonna go take a time out and kind of like get my thoughts together and like try to think about this clearly, maybe get a new perspective on it, okay? You know, just kind of go. But I feel like you're kind of doing this within, because this is the nighttime and this is the daytime card. The daytime's kind of like external to you, and the nighttime typically in this deck represents like an inner, you know, you're working inside you, an inner work that you're being done. I don't know why I can't say that right, but hopefully you know what I mean. But like I said, you kind of go within and you're like, that's why I feel like you do work through these, okay? What's getting ready to emerge, you do like kind of like go in and you're like, yeah, you know what, that really wasn't, you know, that's not really true for me. That's not even a thing anymore. You know, we work through these, okay? You kind of like get a new perspective on them and see them for what they were. And I do want to say ego here, okay? This is done by the ego, not by your, you know, your higher self type of thing. This is all ego talking, okay? So you like go in, get in touch with your higher self, your true self, whatever you call it. You know, everybody kind of has different words for different things, but you do some inner work, and guess what? I feel like you do make a decision. You do see clearly, and not only do you make a decision, you get clarity, and you make not only do you make a decision and you stick with it, it's a good decision. It's the decision you need to make, okay? So the decision's coming, all right? You just have some inner work you need to do, and some like kind of like put your ego aside for a little bit, which is, you know, not easy to do because it's really got you trapped right now. But I do see, you know, what's coming for you when you can work through this, you know, probably by the new moon, because like I said, this is a perfect time to start really working through and releasing this stuff. There's something new, okay? You get the Judgment, you get the clarity, new perspective, and you're actually really ready to start manifesting or creating something new. or at least going ahead with the decision that you do make. So, all right, Aries, that's your reading. I hope you found something here that resonated, and I will see you next week for your weekly.